Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first SF1 Realistic Tier race. I am glad to be back with you guys, ladies and gentlemen. SF1 Roads in the comms booth. You might think this is Tier 1, but this is not Tier 1. Tier 1 kind of folded halfway through the season, unfortunately, but Tier 2 and 3 are still going strong. We wanted to introduce something brand new to the league to give everybody something to do on a Sunday. Open up this tier for everybody. If you're interested in this, I'll run down all the statistics with you guys. But this is the first race. SF1 hasn't been here yet, so it's going to be very interesting to see. We are at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Pop up a little bit of track information for you guys there. 33 laps these drivers have to contend with this evening. I do believe there was some rain in our previous lobby. However, this game is amazing, so it canceled out. It crashed out completely. But the first race here this evening, round 1, 33 laps these drivers are going to have to contend with. We are specifically supposed to do full quali, but since the game crashed early, we moved to short quali to make sure these guys could get the race in. 15 corners at this track. There are 9 to the right and 6 to the left. As you see Jake Wilson, you'll see. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a look down here. Cancel this off just a bit. But yeah. Realistic tier, the way I was planning on running this is we would eventually have managers, but the faster teams have less to spend on drivers, but we're not going to look at that right now. Basically, what I've went with is these guys that are in these cars right now, a lot of the fast cars, the Red Bull, the Mercedes, the McLaren, the Ferrari, those guys, typically the guys that are in tier 3, the lower categories, are going to have the option to take those cars. That way they have the pace to try to fight some of these guys that you see, SF1 Stig in the Alfa Romeo. We have Pappas, who is our steward. He's going to reserve this evening in the Williams. We have Ryan in the Williams to partner him this evening. But yeah, it is going to be quite a race indeed. First race of the season. I'm super excited. We're going to jump on board. I think we'll get a lap around this track with somebody. It might be operators on a lap. There's only 2 guys sitting in the pits right now. Elise is in the pits. And we have Molly in the pits yet. Let me know the levels too if you guys can hear me in the chat. Just let me know if my levels are good. I had to readjust a couple of things from the last time we streamed Tier 1. But good to see you guys here this evening. Glad everybody's... Hopefully they all had a wonderful holiday and a great New Year's. Take a look now. Lisa in that Aston Martin. We'll see if anybody can outpace the car and outperform these cars that these guys are in. Stig, it says Stig is in a McLaren. There he is. He's in the Alfa Romeo. Okay, there we go. So some different strategies happening right now. We have Cressy Football and Aston Martin is going for their medium compound. We have Robbo in the Ferrari that is going to put on a medium compound run. Take a look down through the field as well. Ross in that AlphaTauri. Ross doing some strong results in Tier 2. Wait for some of these guys. Actually, I'll take a look now. Who's going to be the next guy to set a lap? It is going to be one of the Red Bulls. It's going to be Operator. He is on a cooldown lap, it looks like. So Elise, right now, on an out lap around the Portuguese Grand Prix. Goes a bit wide. I wonder if he's getting out of anybody's way. It's going to be interesting, too, to see this race, since this is the first time we've been here as a league. So I'm pretty sure a couple of these guys have probably raced at this track before. But as a league, it's going to be fun. Pappas goes top with a Williams right now with a 118. So starting on the front row with a Williams, definitely outperforming that car. Wilson, Jake Wilson, and a Red Bull sitting top right now with a 117.5. Now this is, I'm going to tell you, if I haven't said it already, it's in the title, realistic performance. So these cars are reacting just like the real F1. What a, solid season that was. Interesting season too at the end. But Molly is on an out lap. We're going to ride with the Mercedes driver for this. I'm going to get this track information off the likes for you guys. He is actually right with his teammate right now, some Bandido. I have to get used to pronouncing these. Gunnar does an excellent job on Tier 3 and Tier 2 commentary. So if you guys watch any of his streams, his happen on Thursday with Tier 3. And Tuesday, or not Tuesday, but Friday with Tier 2, all at 8:30. Make sure you drop him a solid mark. The man spits hot fire in the comms booth. But SF1 Molly is gearing up to do a lap here around the Portuguese Grand Prix. Let's turn all this off and have a go with the Mercedes driver coming down the corner. Actually, my knowledge of this track is not very well, but we're gonna go around. DRS is open down the main straight, but it's gonna ride with them. Coming into corner 1, which is gonna be followed right with another right-hand corner 2, with a third right-hand corner. Now easy up on the hill does it. You don't want to invalidate your lap. Coming down the hill. This is actually a very up and down track. That's why I love this. It's great to come here as the first race. I kind of manipulated the calendar a bit. This is a 16-round championship fight, so we'll see how these guys go. But most of the way we're going to run it is every 4 races the cars could potentially change. Molly doing quite well in his flying lap. There's a yellow flying. Don't want to go too wide there and invalidate your lap. Molly holding onto the car quite nicely. He is in that Mercedes. So we expect him to be starting at least the top 4. He is a tier 3 driver. Let's see what kind of pace he can put in this Merc. Coming up to finish this lap now. Along the long right-hander. Keep it flat out. Down the line. DRS now open. Crosses the start-finish line. Where's he gone? He's gone P2. So 117.7. Elise puts himself in 3rd with a 118.1. Paps sitting 4th. He's on an outlap. He's trying to put more pace in that Williams. Is he going to form a George Russell in that Williams this evening? We're going to find out. Ross sitting 5th. We have Zambito in 6th. Cressy's in 7th. SF1 Rabo in 8th. We have Allow Your Face 9th right now. Stig doing quite a nice lap in that 10th. Phil, Hubdy, both in the Alpines. We have Operator sitting 13th with that Red Bull, so he's going to try to find a little bit more pace in that car. Robbie sitting right behind him. Canton in that Alfa Romeo. Just a little bit down on the pace, so I'm sure he'll find the pace eventually on those soft compounds. Ryan partnering Paps this evening in that Williams. Can he improve? He's on a outlap now. He's going to go for a flyer. Yeah, but as I was mentioning, it's good to be back. Glad to be back with you guys. See what those sounds like. Turn the car level up just a bit. Just finding my levels again. It's been a couple weeks. There we go. I think that should be just about good. But how's everybody doing? Gotta find my own bearings. I haven't done this in weeks. But it's good to be back with you guys. Hopefully everybody has a fun time this evening. It is going to be interesting to watch these guys race. Portuguese Grand Prix. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name Algarve. Jake right now still sitting on top with that Red Bull. Sets another fast lap. No, that was an outlap, so he's going to go for a flyer now. 7 minutes remain in short qualifying. We got an SF1 Stig messaging me saying he's a little bit annoyed with that. Wonder if it's the weather or his lap. We'll see. Sitting in the pits now. And in the pits as well. Jake putting that performance in the Red Bull. Goes quickest in Sector 1. Can he improve on his time? Molly sitting P2. Paps sitting P3. The man is clearly outperforming that Williams. Paps, if you're listening to this after the race, I'm going to give you a new name. It is going to be George Russell. Keep an eye on the rest of these guys coming down. A couple sectors yellow. Ross right now. In that AlphaTauri, P5. Aston Martin of Elise in P4. It's a good mix so far. Operator gets himself up to P7. Bill in P8. Ryan's now P9 in that Williams. Your Robbie in 10th. Good quick shout out to Robbie, who couldn't find his games as he moved house, and I think within like a minute to go before the lobby kicked off racing, as he spins the McLaren just a bit. He found his game. He's got himself into this race. Good to see. He's spinning that McLaren quite a bit. Pressy sitting 11th. Sector 2 yellow. Sure, that's for Robbie and the McLaren. It is. Keep an eye down for the rest of it. So Stig, McKent sitting P16 and P14. Hubdy, I'm sure he's going to get a little bit more time squeezed out of that Alpine. Everybody right now on a soft compound. We'll see if there is rain in the race. There was supposed to be, I believe, light rain through the race, so these guys shouldn't have to worry about tires. Especially even if we were in full qualifying. Allow your face, going for a lap now. He's following a tow from, looks like Elise in that Aston Martin. As Robbie, or Allow Your Face has invalidated, so he's going to have to back off and give it another go. We have AlphaTauri going a little bit wide there. Let's see how these guys get on. There is 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here for short qualifying, and then we'll be on for a 50% race. 50% race distance, 33 laps. It is going to be interesting. Let's see, we have 16 guys starting this evening. How many are going to finish? Jake right now putting the pace in that Red Bull, sitting in with 17.4 is the time to beat. Molly's the closest to him in that Mercedes. Are we going to have a titanic battle between Jake and Molly? Almost like a Max versus Lewis kind of thing. Everybody running down through the field right now. Just waiting on... A lot of the guys are struggling just a bit. Is that Robbie having a bit of a time? It is. He's invalidated his lap. And there's no damage to his McLaren, but I wonder if he's just finding the limits with that McLaren. It is going to be strange because a lot of these guys are used to riding the equal performance cars where you jump in with a realistic. They all act different. Some cars have straight line speed, some cars have a better chassis that allows you to get through the corners, and some of these cars I know have a bit of a difficult time charging the ERS system, I believe. Oh, and you got Haas, who's just a terrible car to begin with. No Haas team this evening, but eventually there will be a Haas team, and we'll be waiting for those guys to see if they can put the pace in the car. But right now I'm wondering if Robbo can pick up the pace just a bit and see if he can get himself out of 13th a little bit higher on the board. So Jake's still sitting top of the board. Molly's still sitting second. Cressy gets himself up to third. Ross is in fourth. We have Paps now in fifth. Lise is sixth. Zambito seventh, coming out of the pits now. See if he can find a little bit more pace like his teammate Molly. Get himself closer to his teammate. Gotta find almost a second, 9/10 to get himself closer to Molly. It's good to see everybody jumping in now. Welcome. So, well, once that caution gets away, I can tell you guys how much time we have left. Canton pulls in the pits in P9. That's outperforming that Alfa Romeo quite a bit. Alfa Romeo lacking in a lot of straight line speed for sure. It looks like we have just about a minute to go. So Elise retires. He's comfortable with that P7. See what else these guys can do. Jake's gonna sit in the pits. I think he's feeling a bit safe. 3/10 between himself and SF1 Molly. Could be a bit of a shocker. Let's see if Molly can get those 3/10 out of him. He's actually has Operator right behind him. Operator's on an outlap as well as SF1 Molly. Stig has retired from the session from P15. Let's see if Hubs can get himself improved higher on the board with that Alpine. Can he get closer? He goes P15. He's been putting a lot of time in F2. I wonder if he stayed away from the F1 cars a little bit too long. I'm sure he'll find the pace during the race, though. The man is clean as a whistle and usually picks his way through the field lap by lap. Let's take a look down. Is anybody else going to improve? Molly is going to go for a run here. Let's see if he's improved on his sector times. Coming out of sector 1 now down the start, or this straight here, is actually up on his time. He has improved by 1/10. He needs to find another 2/10 in his lap to get closer to Jake, who's gonna sit in the pits and hope for pole position here. Ross is finished from P4. Paps giving it another go as well. Where's Paps? Paps is behind Molly, so we'll keep an eye. Allow Face is retired from P6. That is solid to get the McLaren in P6. Ross. Molly has set the fastest sector 2. ABR Ryan retires from P13 in the Williams. You'll have a free choice of tires heading into the race, unless there is rain. I know there was rain. Hopefully it was carried over. Zambito takes the Mercedes and goes fastest with a 117.3. Can Molly replicate that and have a front row lockout of the Mercedes? Crosses the line. Can he do it? No, he can't, so he's going to stay P3. Ross Paps looks like he's abandoned this lap. He might have had a mistake. Can Bravo improve? No, he's invalidated his lap. I think that's going to be it for short qualifying for our first round here at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Zambito takes pole position in that Mercedes away from Jake in the Red Bull. SF1 Molly is going to start on the second row with Cressy Football. What a qualifying that was. The top 3 guys are all tier 3 drivers. That's good. Just to let you know that realistic means realistic. That's why I wanted to do this so bad. These guys have the pace in the car to battle the guys that are a bit quicker, like Paps, who's, I know he's lightning quick in the Williams. Goes strong finish though for P6. He could have improved. We don't know that yet. We'll give you guys a full rundown once we load into the screen. But for our first qualifying here at the realistic tier, Zambito grabs pole position. We have Jake Wilson in P2, SF1 Molly 3rd. We have Cressy Football 4th, Ross Plum 5th, RP1 Pappas 6th, Allow Your Face 7th, Elise 8th. We have Robbo in 9th. Bill 10th, we have Ken in 11th, Operator 12th, ABR Ryan is in 13th, You Are Robbie 14th, Hubdy 15th, SF1 Stig is going to start 16th from this race. Alright, so these guys are definitely going to have what we call a 5-minute break to get themselves ready for their 50% race distance. I'm going to give you guys a look at the tables going in there. No points yet. First race of the season. We'll give you guys a rundown of an idea of who's in what car leading into this race. It is a sunny weather, so the rain's definitely not here, but we'll give you guys a look anyways. Right now, the track information, no. We're going to look at the points. You guys, I'll give you guys a quick look at the combined, well, not combined, this is straight up realistic, but these aren't, you know, nobody has any points yet. Red Bull's clearly the fastest car. Mercedes made a good gain towards the end of that season. I would assume that they probably had the best car at the end of the 2021 season. McLaren 3rd, we have Ferrari starting 4th, we have AlphaTauri 5th, Alpine 6th, we have Aston Martin 7th, Alfa Romeo 8th, Williams 9th, and Haas. There's not going to be any points for Haas this evening. No guys are in those. But we'll guys give you a look at the points so far so you can see who's in what car leading into the first 4 races. Operator and Jake are going to take that Red Bull. We have Zambito and Molly in the Mercedes. We have Allow Your Face, You Are Robbie, both tier, no, I believe they're tier 3 drivers as well. I have to look at that. They are in the McLaren. We have Robbo and GN Panta, who's not here this evening, in the Ferrari. Ross Plum and Archie. Archie actually left the server, so we're going to have to replace him. He left a day or so ago, so Archie's not going to be here with us. We have Phil Hubdy in the Alpine. We have Cressy and Elise in the Aston Martins. WRD, Venom, and Seal both not here this evening. That's why you see Ken and SF1 Stig in the Alfa Romeo. If you Ryan wanted to come in as a reserve. So that's why you'll see the R to his name, as well as Pappas tonight in the Williams, and both Haas both Haas seats are open. Hoping to get a couple guys that are interested in racing this. It is going to be a lot of fun. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to relax my voice. We are going to go at 47 on the mark. I'm going to hold, and I'll stay right here with you guys. But until then, I'm going to relax my voice and get ready for 33 laps of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Stay tuned. It is going to be some hot fire. Looks like these guys are ready to go. I'm ready to go. 33 laps for this Portuguese Grand Prix. It was supposed to rain. Guess the rain's not here, so we'll have a nice little work with Molly, but we'll take care of that as due time. Waiting for these guys to start the formation. I'm going to kick off some of these things here to get rid of the map. I'm not a big fan of the map. I'll get the tire situation up for you guys. Two guys deciding to go for a medium. Actually, three guys deciding to go for a medium compound. We have Canton, Alfa Romeo. We have AB Ryan and the Williams going for medium, and Stig in a medium. Typically, this race I do know is a soft to medium or medium to soft one stop. Let's take a look down the field. Everybody warming those tires. Good to see a lot of these guys all pretty much on their way through. Has anybody got stuck on the formation? Let's take a look. No, everybody is going through. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, what are you excited to see? We have 16 drivers that are going to start this race. Are all of them going to finish? We're going to find out. See what Operator can do, working his way through the field. He is going to have a lot of pace advantage in the car. Can he find that pace on track with his skill? The Zambito starting this race from pole. Can he hold it? We have Jake that's just behind him in that Red Bull. It is gonna get crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad this finally kicked off. I've been wanting to do a realistic tier for a while, and I'm just glad. I'm gonna say big shout out to all these guys that are racing this evening, getting this ready to go, and you know, actually signing up to race too. Hopefully a lot of other guys, this piques interest and they want to give it a crack, because it is a lot of fun waiting for these guys to pull up to the line. What a shot that is. This is kind of why I wanted to stream this race here for the first time. All right, Mercedes pulling up to the line. There's Jake's Red Bull right there. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be quite an intense race for sure. Looks like just about everybody. There's the Alfa Romeo SF1 Stig pulling up now. Can we get a better camera angle? Let's take a look. Once they load up, we're going to get ready to go racing. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting for those 5 red lights here at the Portuguese Grand Prix. There, Al is go, go, go. Who's going to get a good start? Looks like Zambito gets a great start. Jake's going to tuck behind him in the Red Bull. Molly in third into turn 1. Everybody clean through. Oh, there's a bit of a collision with the Red Bull operator and the Aston Martin. I'm not sure quite who that was. Take a look down through the field. Guys putting the shoulders out, trying to get a good start. So that's operator now. Jake's just behind him. Let's get a live shot of Pappas running through the field. Little bit of action coming into the first lap here. Bit of chaos. Everybody trying to push through the limits. Ross doing well in that AlphaTauri. Cressy just ahead of him. Molly getting a little out of shape in the Mercedes. Once these guys complete their first lap, I'll put the... Oh, we got a move coming here. Side by side with the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. Oh, the Aston... Does he save it? Oh, I missed it. Yeah, I think he saved it. But keeping an eye on these guys going through the field. Operator there. Something must have happened to SF1 Bravo coming up to complete lap 1. Like I said, I'm going to put the delta up for you guys, the intervals, once they complete the first lap. And that is going to be in the books by Zambito. Take a look now through the field. We have Jake chasing him down in that Red Bull. Let's see what happens. Molly just off just a bit. He has Cressy right behind him. It was closest on the track. We have Allow Your Face looking at the back of Paps in that Williams. Allow Your Face is going to have a little bit better of advantage in that McLaren compared to the Williams. But we know Paps is a quick driver. Allow Your Face is poking the car out just a bit to let him know he's there. Getting on those mediums. The Alpha is going to be a bit down on power in the start or the straights, so he's going to have to work with, I know, the chassis on that car, though. It is amazing, and you can really take a lot of the corners quite nicely. ABR Ryan finds himself up to P9 already in this race on the medium compound, so could he take those the Williams even further, try to get himself closer to his teammate Paps in P5? Oh, Phil's having a look. Yeah, SF1 Bravo, I think he might have brought the car into the pits. Maybe got a new front wing. Not quite sure. Right now, Jake really putting pressure on Zambito. It's going to be a battle. Jake now sets the fastest lap of the race. It is only the second lap, though. Looks like Canton makes a move around Hubdy and Alpine. Jump on board with some of this action. Oh, Jake is a bit wide. Easy does it on the tires. You guys can see these guys, a lot of low-end grip there. Putting the throttle down a little too quickly. Is he going to go for it here? Is he pokes and thought about it? This is going to help SF1 Mole get himself closer with these two battling. They have a lot of guys behind them. Paps looking to put a Williams on the podium. Hubdy and now Canton fighting each other. Let's take a look at this battle between these two with riding on board with the McLaren driver, Robbie. Bill just ahead. Hubdy, the two teammates of the Alpine. They work together quite well. I know they do. They are teammates in Tier 2. I'm already in love with this track. Just as a streamer and a spectator, I used to race a lot, but I kind of backed out of racing because this game, the bugs, it's off-putting. But streaming-wise, I love spectating and being a stream. Take a look now. We do have... Is he getting... He's gonna go for it. Oh, no, he backed out of it, Jake. Smart thinking there. He's gonna wait for that right moment. Patience is a virtue. You have Molly's now getting closer and closer. Can Mercedes walk out of this with a lead? Oh, what has happened to Phil? Take a look at Phil. Phil must have had a mistake in that Alpine. Now he's tucked right behind SF1 Stig. Stig really trying to put pressure on these guys ahead of him. He has Robbie and a McLaren and his teammate Canton. Can the two Alfa Romeo guys put some points on? But is Zambito and Molly going to walk out of this as teammates with the lead? Operator gets himself his first time penalty for the group this evening. He is starting to catch these guys ahead of him. He's putting a lot of the pressure on them. Take a look now at the battle. Molly is slowly catching these guys. Cressy just behind him in that Aston Martin. A little down the road, 1.7 separates himself from Molly in third. Pap is still riding in fifth. Allow your face right behind him. A lot of these guys are in a DRS train. I've just noticed we have... Oh, Ken and your Robbie really giving it a go here. Side by side, Jake Wilson sets another fast lap. Is Canton going to give it a go here? He's going to have DRS. Will he have enough pace in the Alfa Romeo to get past? You can see, I think Euro Robbie's charged his ERS. He's not even going to get close. Even with DRS. That's the look at realistic for you. That's why it's interesting. Jake now takes the lead from Zambito going into lap 5. What has happened to Paps and Cressy having a go with each other? Stay on board with these two battling out for P4. And Paps get closer to the Aston Martin ahead of him. Cressy really trying to get himself away from that DRS zone. Something must have happened to Phil. Where's Phil at? He's off in the grass. No damage to the Alpine though, so he can continue to carry on. He's just going to have to take it a little easy on those tires for the next couple corners and bring him back down the temperature. Jake Wilson sets another fast lap. Can he put the distance between himself and those Mercedes? They're going to chase him quite a bit. Paps finds himself on the P4. Cressy right there. Allow Your Face is going to have a look at these guys. Let's jump on board with them. Allow Your Face sitting in a nice position here. He is in the McLaren, so he should have the pace over these two ahead of him. However, both of them are tier 1 drivers, and Allow Your Face is a tier, don't quote me, I think he's tier 3. Oh, it goes a bit deep. He does have Elise now catching him as well in that Aston Martin. Maybe our Ryan finds himself kind of in a quiet position in P9. But he is on the medium, so he's going to be able to take those tires a lot longer as Elise gets himself a 3-second time penalty. How about the battle at the lead? Jake has broken that DRS. Has he, though? Is right on the cusp of that 1 second mark. Will Zambito get close enough there? His teammates now close enough. These guys are just putting the pace down. The closest guy behind him is Paps in P4. 3 seconds separates himself. Is Cressy going to think about making a move down into turn 1? Has he done it? I can't... Oh, that corner was a little bit cheeky, but Cressy does find himself in the P4 ahead of Paps in the Williams. Going to lap 7. Oh yeah, Allow Your Face doesn't have a helmet on. I am so happy that bug is still here. I have no idea. How is that a hard one? Paps is going to open the door to go and turn. Is he going to make it stick? Oh, side by side. I can't get a better view than riding on board with Allow Your Face between these two. What a battle between these guys. And we have a battle with Ross and Elise lighting up soon here. The AlphaTauri versus the Aston Martin. AlphaTauri has a bit more pace compared to the Aston Martin. And he gets himself closer. A lot of the guys, Robbie right behind Hubdy, Canton and Stig, both teammates in the Alfa Romeo. Operator 1.9 behind the two Alfa Romeo duo. Bill must have had an instant. He did spin earlier. Bravo's trying to get that Ferrari back into the fight. One safety car brings him back in as Jake has just put the pressure down. Is Molly going to make a pass? Zambito's going to go to the inside. I think he's going to let Molly through. He does so. So let's see if Molly can chase him down. Race control operator. Another 3-second time penalty to his name. 7 laps now on these soft compounds. Let's see how these guys get further. I was surprised. Like, I would expect once we have a, round 2, Cressy Football gets a 3-second time penalty, as does Hubdy. But once we have our full quality, a lot of these guys in the quicker cars are going to run. They could run a medium compound and start the race on a medium, whereas a lot of the guys that are going to be in, the Williams or the Alfa Romeo might have to start on a soft just in case they want to get into Q3. As we have Phil pulling into the pits, putting a medium compound on, getting a new front wing. Not quite sure what happened there. Jake putting the pressure down. 1.7 now the gap between himself and Molly. Can Molly get closer? Take a look now. Perhaps one. He's really close to Cressy just ahead. Is this going to be a move? Let's jump on board and look at the rearview mirror of Cressy. Here comes Paps on the inside. Yo Robbie gets a 3-second time penalty. Paps is going to take that Williams and make a move. He's going to pull down to the racing lane. He does. So Paps moves back up to 4th. This is going to allow your face to get closer and closer as Ross is now looking quite racy here with the guys ahead of him. Look how many positions are ahead of him. Ross could move the whole way up to P4 if he can get around Elise. Allow your face, Cressy and Paps. The AlphaTauri is a pretty decent car. But we're coming around that time where these soft compounds are going to start to lose some of that grip they had early in the race. Sector 1 yellow. Maybe Ryan still sitting in a quiet 9th. Canton chasing down Hubs just ahead. Let's jump on board with this battle here. Just saying, some of these guys like operator need is just one safety car, but these guys are keeping it relatively clean. We've seen a couple guys go off track, but recover quite nicely. And Canton get himself closer. Stig must have had a moment somewhere. He's a little down from his teammate. Canton getting close enough. Operator's 3-second time penalty. So the track limits this evening are not operator's friend at all. Ross Plum gets himself at 5 seconds for speeding into the pit lane. Take a look now. Zambito makes a move past Molly to try to get closer. And these two hold on to Jake just ahead. Jake's now put 2 seconds between himself and Zambito and Molly, the two Mercedes drivers, trying to chase down their rival. Phil gets a 3-second time penalty. So some of these guys really struggling with the track limits this evening. As some of these guys really keeping it clean. The top 4. No, I don't know if they have any warnings to their name yet. Let's take a look. The two Mercedes now put a little bit of distance between themselves. I wonder if one of them is going to die for the pits eventually. We have 23 laps remaining in this race. Yep, it is going to be Molly who's going to make the first blink going into the pits. Probably going to put on a medium compound. Let's ride on board with the Mercedes driver, see what he does. Yep, the mediums. Oh, yeah, he's gone to another soft compound, so he's going to do a two-stop strategy here. See if that pays off for the Mercedes driver towards the end of this race. Maybe he's banking on a safety car at some point, but he's going to drop the whole way to P12, possibly. There goes Stig, so Molly comes out P12. He's going to have to work his way through the field. A couple of these guys ahead of him, like Stig, Ken, and ABR Ryan, are on a medium compound, so they're not going to have to stop just yet. We'll see how long those guys can take those mediums, too, see if they can do a one-stop. Jake now 2.6 seconds to his name. Quite comfortable right now in the lead. Make sure he doesn't make a mistake, though, as you have Paps with Cressy and Allow Your Face in his rearview mirror. These guys can't let him. He hasn't been able to shake him quite yet. Yo, what is going on, Croce? Good to see you. Mr. iRacing Man now. Better dump them money bags out. Quick Paps now trying to put the distance between himself and Cressy. We have a yellow sector 2. Hubs gets a 10-second for corner cutting. I wonder if that was at some point. Hubs, Allow Your Face. Is he going to make a move? No, he just doesn't have the straight line pace. As you see, Cressy was thinking about it. Not close enough, though, just yet. ABR Ryan moves up to P5, so right now, the Williams looking mighty, mighty good. Croce, yeah, what is going on, man? Hopefully you had a wonderful New Year's. Zambito is going to come out ahead of his teammate, just about. As you see, oh, Zambito's gone wide, and that's going to send Stig through. Stig with a nice little cheeky cut through, and Zambito made a mistake and went a bit wide. Let's put Molly up to P8. Operator gets a 5-second for speeding into the pit lane. If one thing's for sure, this is going to help these guys. Oh, Jake, our leader of the race, has gotten himself a 3-second time penalty, so that could be a big factor towards the end of this race, depending on what occurs for the last couple of laps, or, you know, any time in between that for sure. Stig really fighting that Alfa Romeo, but, I mean, sandwiched between the Mercedes. This is going to be a tall task. Let's ride on board with Zambito. Zambito coming out of the pits on a fresh new medium compound. Stig really having a twitch on the back of that car. Zambito just gearing up. Yeah, Stig's really fighting the rear end of that Alfa Romeo. Those tires might be giving in just a bit. As we see, it looks like Jake has come into the pits. Where's he going to come out? Here comes Zambito. Stig gets a 3-second time penalty. You'll look at the pace difference between the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. Where's Jake now? Jake has come out of the pits. Oh, ahead of Molly and ahead of Zambito. Jake firmly in the lead of this race. Now stuck behind the two. Actually, Paps has pitted. Comes out P8 with a fresh medium compound. Ross comes out with a fresh soft compound. So right now, Molly's thinking about doing a two-stop, trying to get himself closer. He's going to have the pace advantage between himself and Jake for a lap or two. Maybe have a couple of laps as Ross and Paps are going a bit feisty here. "20 laps remain here for the first race in the season. If you guys are interested, jump over to our Discord, SF1. Sign up. You guys can sign up. This tier is welcome and open to anybody who wants to give it a go. It is a little challenging, though, because it is not equal. It is realistic, which gives these guys a little bit more to think about when they enter a race. Cars do behave a lot differently from an equal performance. Paps is keeping right behind Ross. Is Ross going to be able to put distance between himself and Paps? Ross is on a soft compound. Canton and Molly having a go with each other. Looks like Molly passes Canton cleanly. Operator gets another 3-second time penalty. Operator is just unfortunately finding the track limits to be a bit harsh this evening. So Cressy leading the way on 13-lap-old softs. I think he's thinking about a one-stop with that Aston Martin. Paps or Brian in P2, 13-lap-old medium compounds. Jake, who's in the net lead of this race with that Red Bull fresh medium compounds. 14 laps in. Everybody's still alive. That is good to see. Paps right now fighting Ross. It is the closest battle on track, so we're going to stay with these two giving it a go at each other. The Williams versus the AlphaTauri. Until everybody kind of pits and gets himself settled back into the race. Looks like Ross is putting the pace down with those soft compounds compared to Paps just behind him. Allow your face, 1.5 behind the Williams driver. Let's take a look or a rundown of the penalty situation so far. Molly sets the fastest lap with that Mercedes. Right now, we have Jake on 3 seconds. We have Cressy on 3 seconds. We have SF1 Stig on 9 seconds. Ross is on 5. Allow your face 3. Elise is 6. Yo Robbie 6. Hubdy's on 13. Bill on 3. And poor operator right now. You got to feel for the Red Bull drivers on 17 seconds. We're going to jump back with the tires. Jake, our leader in the net lead has had a mistake. He's off in the gravel and the grass, and that just might have blew him a bit. He does have an end plate missing. There is damage for sure on that Red Bull. You guys will see it on the right-hand side of the front wing. Operator gets another 3-second time penalty. But yeah, Jake, our net lead race right now leader has dropped down to 11th with a mistake. That's what I'm saying. These cars will behave differently. You think you have the turn, but I mean, I've done a season with Alfa Romeo, and it's like the car could bite at any point, especially on this game. We have Stig now battling Allow Your Face just ahead of him. Jump on board with Allow Your Face and look at the rear view mirror. He's the Alfa Romeo just behind him. He should cleanly pull away, though. Stig is yet to box. ABR Ryan pulls into the pits with that Williams. Where is this going to put him when he returns to the track? Molly now with the lead of this race. Zambito, his teammate, 5.5 behind him. Canton, 15 lap old, medium, sitting P3 right now. Ross Plum. Two guys I can tell are on a two-stop strategy. Molly and Ross. We'll see how this pans out for them. Paps is really putting the pressure on that AlphaTauri just ahead of him. Oh, what is that? Ross catches that AlphaTauri just in time. But he definitely had a moment. Now he has Allow Your Face and the McLaren just behind him. A lot of these guys really close. Jake into the pits. Operator, another 3-second time penalty. What has happened there? As Elise and Stig, Elise has gone wide, Stig is up through. Now Stig is sandwiched between the two Aston Martins. Stig yet the pit, 15 lap old. Mediums compared to Cressy's fresh mediums just ahead. Elise should have a good run. If Operator has retired from the session, I wonder if he's done that from the pits. Are we going to get... We have a full safety car, ladies and gentlemen. As you see Stig boxes. This is going to get interesting really quick. A full safety car. How many people are going to pull into the pits? If you put on a medium compound, they should take you to the end of the session. Operator, unfortunate this evening. Not sure where that went or where that occurred. Take a look at the mini map, shall we? No, not that. His car has disappeared since then, so it happened somewhere. Unfortunate for Operator this evening. Hopefully the next week he can have a better race. Let's take a look at the next week's race. The calendar. So the calendar doesn't follow any specific race like the real F1 calendar did. I'm going to take a look now. So next week we're at the French Grand Prix. That is going to be interesting. Bill, Operator must be close to DSQ by Pens. Unfortunately, he's crashed out. I just missed your comment there, Bill. SF1 Stig gets a 3-second time penalty. So what are these guys going to do? I know Molly's going to have to pull in. Will his teammate do the same? And they put a bit of distance between themselves so they don't double stack. Is Zambito going to pull in? He is. Let's see if anybody else stays out. Cressy should be able to stay out. He should be possibly take the lead of this race. Canton stays out actually in that Alfa Romeo, so he's going to try to take those 17 lap mediums a little further in this race. Perhaps just behind him. This is shaking things up quite a bit. Ryan has gone to a hard compound. Let's pull up with Canton, who should be right behind that safety car now. He has caught up to the safety car. So a lot of guys pulling into the pits. Look at that view. I mean, come on, you can't get any better. This is why I wanted to come here for the first race. But Canton right now leading this race with 17 lap old mediums. I am kind of curious to see if he's going to pull into the pits at all. Shall find out in a couple corners time. Caps for the win, says Bill. We'll see. Jake was just on a charge, and unfortunately he had an incident. Not with anybody, but I think he lost traction of that Red Bull. But this could get him right back into it. He does have a 3-second time penalty to his name. We'll see what happens. Let's jump through the field now. We have Paps in P2. That might be Ryan. McLaren in third. But yeah, look at the top three right now. Alfa Romeo at Williams. A McLaren doesn't have a helmet on. That's Allow Your Face. Aston Martin. Another Aston Martin, and there's the closest I would consider the top, the top two teams. Mercedes, I believe that's got to be Molly, or that is Zambito. I can't tell. I saw Molly's helmet. I'm gonna have to rethink some of these guys' helmets and look at them. The guys are collecting the field now. We do have an Alpine, so we should be going back to racing after this lap, as long as the Alpine can catch up. He has quite a bit of time to do so. Actually quite a long lap around the Portuguese Grand Prix. I just love the views. You guys, you can't knock that view right there. Operator, that was a shocking bad race for me. Track limits are harsh. Too much acceleration, lost the rear end and hit the wall. Unfortunate, operator. France next week. Bring that Red Bull some glory. I know your teammate Jake had a bit of an incident as well with the acceleration. I think he lost the rear end of the car. It's interesting because they do handle and behave differently, especially on different laps. Your car will feel a lot different when your tires start to wear compared to an equal car. It looks like everybody has caught up to the field. We should get a race control. Safety car is in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Canton can do from P1 in that Alfa Romeo. Paps in a Williams. Allow Your Face right now. Cressy, Elise, Molly. It's crazy. Zambito has gone for a soft compound. I don't know if you can take those tires 14 laps or so. I mean, some of the guys did, but it is a pretty long way. Stig has gone for a soft compound as well. We're going to wait to see this restart here. Canton holds a lead. When do you think this Alfa Romeo is going to put the throttle down? He's done so already. I thought he was going to wait to the last second. Pass is right there, right behind him. Paps should have a little bit more down speed. He's got the toe. He's going to go for the inside. He's going to go side by side into turn one. Canton holds a lead. Paps tucks into P2. Oh, this is close. Let's jump through the field. Aston Martin there in P5. Oh, a bit of a touch from the from the McLaren and the Aston Martin. The other Aston Martin works his way through. Oh, there's a bit more contact. Aston Martin now missing out on an end plate. These guys all bunched up. This is crazy. They're getting a bit feisty out here. We have a Mercedes that's run really. Oh, that was an Aston Martin, I believe. It's probably. Oh no! McLaren is spun around. Gonna have to get himself going again. So Paps actually took the lead of this race. Where's Canton? He's down to P2. Yeah, McLaren now in P3. Very punishing track. Yes, it is. It is definitely. Jump on board with the Mercedes driver. Coming up to finish the restart after that safety car period. And look at the gap between these guys. You'll see the straight line speed. No, I think Stig is definitely using ERS coming into turn 1. Canton really having a battle with himself, and Allow Your Face just ahead of him. Paps now 1.6 seconds separates himself from Allow Your Face. Allow Your Face sitting on a time penalty to his name. Could Allow Your Face get himself a podium in that McLaren? This is how it all shakes up. Stig looking for a way around. He has his teammate just through. Is he going to pull Kimmy and go to the inside? Oh, that was close. The Aston Martin Cressy really trying to hold his line there. Oh, side by side. Careful. You guys are teammates. Take it easy with each other. It goes through. Canton now P5. Molly's just behind. Molly looking for a way around side by side with the Alfa Romeo. You have his teammate just behind him. These two Mercedes drivers trying to work their way through the field. Where's Jake in this? Jake had a lot of speed at the beginning of this race. He should be able to take that Red Bull and get through the field. However, some of this traffic might hold him up for a bit. He's got to work his way around Ross, ABR Ryan, El Zambito. Right now his target, I would say, is both Molly and Zambito. As you see Molly having a battle here with Canton in the Alfa Romeo. Let's jump on board. Oh, this is going to be one heck of a line. They're going to go 3 wide. Zambito's in the grass. Oh, that was close. A little too close for comfort. Canton pulls out. That is some pretty clean racing, but Zambito going to the grass to overtake Canton's Alfa Romeo. ABR Ryan now coming up with those hard compounds, getting a bit closer. Yeah, it's indeed. Ross looking at a battle. Robbo gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Can Ryan work his way through the field? Or not Ryan, but Jake. He's going to want to work his way through as quickly as possible because he wants to keep on with Zambito and Molly, who are now starting to put a little bit of distance between themselves, and Canton goes in P7. As you see, ABR Ryan lose the back end of that Williams. There's a place made for Jake. Can he get himself past Canton and Ross here soon? Stig in P4. He's about to have a rearview mirror full of Mercedes. Both of them. He is right behind Cressy, though. He is on a soft compound. As you see, Allow Your Face trying to hold that toe with Paps. Is he going to go for it? Look, no, he backs out of it. Whoa, Canton must have had a moment. He's going to pull into the pits. Allow Your Face gets another 3-second time penalty. I was to say, it sounded like Canton had a flat tire, but that's not the case. He's going to pull into the pits now. Go for the soft compound and take those to the end with the Alfa Romeo. Hubdy crashes out. Is that going to be another safety car? Another full safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Nightbot, don't forget. Yeah, Nightbot, what is going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Not so unfortunate for Hubs. I'm sitting there with the broken Alpine DNF to his name. Another full safety car. This is going to shake it up. I wonder who's going to do what when it comes to the pits. We're going to follow with these guys now. We have 10 laps to go. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody boxes for a soft compound. If they have a fresh soft compound, now is the time to take them. Canton has already made his way into the pits, so this could benefit him quite a bit but he's gonna have to follow a delta around. So I'm sure Paps is gonna pull in. Allow Your Face. Oh, Paps sold a dummy. Oh, oh, that was close. If I were Stig, I almost would have taken a fresh soft compound. He is on 6 laps. Zambito, so nobody's. ABR is gonna pull in. Nobody's pulled in. That, I am actually surprised of. So I'm pretty sure Ryan's gonna take a soft compound here. New front wing adjustment, no, nothing there. So Robbo's into the pits as well with a soft compound. Robbie's coming in, soft compound goes on. Canton's gonna work his way through up to P11 since he's already made his pit stops. Elise is gonna jump into the pits now. So Hubs has left the session. Oh yeah, unfortunate for Hubs in that Alpine. See if he can get himself a better race come France next week. But yeah, what a interesting race to start this season. It's been quite crazy. 2 safety cars so far. Only 2 drivers though, unfortunately, have lost out. Let's take a look at the chat. See what these guys are talking. Yeah. All right. Right now, Pap's leading this race. Can he convert it into a win? He is only a reserve, but his points will stick in case he does eventually want to go full time. That's going to be the one in the case I do make sure I keep everybody's points on hand in case they do jump in full time. Pap's right behind that safety car. A lot of these guys. Where is the furthest guy coming? Alright, so he should, by virtue, catch up to these guys. Because they're only going through turn 1 now. Yeah, I cannot love this view. It is going to be interesting when these guys, so the tiers, actually make it into this race. See if it is as punishing to these guys in their tiers as it is to these guys in realistic this evening. I should catch up to him now, so we should be going back. 3-second time penalty to Robbie. Yeah, track penalties are going to be big in this race. I'm not sure who's going to finish where. Who's going to get a podium this evening? Safety car should be in this lap, as everybody is now pretty much caught up to the tail end of everybody. Keep an eye on that. Yep, race control. Safety car is in this lap. Back to racing for 7 laps. It looks like 7 laps of a duel. Some guys going for a fresh soft compound to take themselves to the end. Some guys staying on their strategic tires, waiting on Paps to restart this race. Let's see what he does here. He's going to be a little down on the pace compared to Allow Your Face's McLaren. Let's see what Paps says. He's taking a look on the inside. When is he going to put that throttle down? A bit of a who's going to go first? Oh, I think Allow Your Face has been caught off guard. Paps takes a clean restart. But let's look at the battle for second. They're going to come down. Oh, are they going to go side by side? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, good. Okay. Stig's going to go to the outside of that Aston Martin, try to find his way through. As we have an Aston Martin going for an inside look. Might have taken a little bit too much of a track. Both the Mercedes are now working their way close. Bit of contact between the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo. Oh, side by side. Let's take a look at this battle through the eyes of the Mercedes. Stig goes through. Oh, that's caught out the Aston Martin driver. Pressy. Stig really putting the pace in that Alfa Romeo's. That was a pretty intensive move. Get that delta back up for you guys. Everybody except for Paps is sitting on a penalty. Molly doesn't have a penalty. Ross doesn't have a penalty. So this could be a good race. Ryan doesn't have a penalty either. He could take that Williams pretty far up the board come the end of the races. We have Kenton going for an inside move. That was pretty tight look too. He's got a Ferrari. Ooh, that was a bit archy-barchy from Robbo. Robbo works his way past the Alfa Romeo driver. Let's take a look now. Paps is going to be down on the pace when it comes to Allow Your Face. Stig trying to break the toe of Zambito, who's behind him. As Cressy's going to work his way past Moley for P5. Lap 27 out of 33. Man, this has been quite a race. Allow Your Face having quite a good race and stuck in P2, but he does have penalties to his name. I kind of don't want to spoil it at this point. See where everybody's going to land once they cross the line. And Paps hold on to the lead. He does have Allow Your Face chasing him in that McLaren. He's got Stig and Alfa Romeo. He's kind of breaking the toe of the Zambito. Should be able to get that Mercedes past the Alfa Romeo at some point. We'll see. Stig does have a lot of pace though. Cressy holding on to P5. Molly just behind him. Ross Plum, P7. All these guys tucked with each other. It's good to see you guys all racing each other. Jake, wonder if he can get himself past some of these guys as Phil's really putting that throttle down, works his way past the Williams driver, Ryan. And we have Elise looking for an outside look on Ryan as well. Right on the gearbox of that Williams. Bravo is going to have a little bit pace advantage against Phil just ahead of him. As you guys see coming down the start-finish line, Moley works his way past Cressy. Job done for Moley. Can he get himself closer to his teammate 1.5 up the road, 1.4. Stig really outperforming that car in P3. Allow Your Face holding on to Paps ahead. Cressy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. This is going to be the point where those time penalties are really going to come into play. As we have a move here. What is going on down here at the end? Canton in P14 fighting Euro Robbie. Oh, Elise drifts around the corner. Can he hold on to the car? Gets into the kitty gravel. Easy does it. Easy does it. Gets himself back on track. The guy's now 4 seconds up the road. He's really going to have to take it easy on those dirty tires. Canton just behind Euro Robbie in the McLaren. What is happening here? Robbo fighting Phil, as you see Ross fighting Jake just ahead. Let's see what Robbo can do with that Ferrari. He's going to be down on pace compared to the Ferrari, just a bit going into turn one. Robbo ahead. Phil tucks just behind the Ferrari. Bit of contact to the gearbox, but no harm, no foul. Oh, Phil thought about a look back. And then it's going to have Ryan just behind him. Stig now a second behind. He does have Zambito looking at that gearbox of the Alfa Romeo. Glad you guys are watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's good to be back. Stig now 1 point. He's out of DRS. Now he's in DRS. 1 second between himself and Allow Your Face. Can Allow Your Face put the pressure on? Oli is looking like he's going to have a solid finish. He might possibly get a podium out of this if he can keep his name off of that penalty board. Lap 29 out of 33. We're coming up to 3 laps here soon. Stig gets himself another 3-second time penalty. Zambito's going for a look in the inside. As you can see, these guys really trying to break the toe. Here goes Zambito. Can he make a move around that Alfa Romeo driver? Cleanly does it. Already passed with time to spare going into turn 1. Stig now in P4. Moley, there's a move with Ryan and Phil. Euro Robbie really following. 3 laps to go, guys. You guys are doing quite a job this evening. A lot of clean battles. I've seen a little bit of contact here and there, but I haven't seen anybody pretty much yeeting somebody off the track. That's what you want to see. He said Zambito and Stig really going after it again. Let's jump on board with Moley. Oh, you can see Moley really wants to get it a go. He does have Cressy right behind him. There is Jake too. I was talking about Jake having a go here. Cressy having a good race. But what about Paps outperforming that Williams? He is now George Russell. Still getting a little out of shape with the Alfa Romeo. Easy does it coming up to the hill. Brake hard, turn left. Wait for the traction. It is a interesting track. Jake gets past Cressy on the outside. Does he make it stick? Side by side with the Aston Martin. Still side by side. Oh, that was close. See if he has the straight line speed compared to the Aston Martin ahead of him. He's going to go to the outside. Can Jake make the move stick into turn one? They go side by side. Woo! Makes the pass. Now they can focus on the two Mercedes ahead of him. Stig still stuck. Zambito gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Allow your face, really putting the pressure on that Williams just ahead. Both on 17-lap-old mediums. These guys putting a distance between themselves and Zambito now in P8. See what Zambito can do with those soft compounds. He already has 12 laps on him. Lap 31 out of 33. The race is coming to a close quite quickly. There's a big line of cars behind him. We have Sector 2 yellow. Canton has retired from the race. Where does that happen? I missed this car somewhere. Interesting. Oh, Zambito has gotten himself a 10-second penalty for a corner cutting, and now he's off into the grass. Something is happening. He definitely has dirty tires, so that is not going to help the Mercedes in the constructors at all. But here comes Robbie. Is he going to make a move against Paps for P1? He does. Paps is going to pull behind. I don't think Paps is going to fight it too much, knowing that Allow Your Face has quite a few penalties to his name. Jake gets himself past Stig for P4. Now he has Molly just ahead. What can he do with that Red Bulls? Ross Plum gets himself a 3-second time penalty. What has happened to somebody here? Oh, there's a Ferrari going in the wrong direction. I wonder if there was contact between Robbo and one of the other drivers. Easy does it on the rejoin there, Robbo. An ultimate lap here for the first race of the season in Realistic. Taps following that McLaren. Can Jake have a go at the Mercedes driver? Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, he's going to go to the inside. There's Molly side by side. Oh, there goes Stig. Stig has crashed out of the race. He was on the penultimate lap. He will get points. Anybody who finishes 5 laps from the end gets points. As well as Canton. I believe Canton did as well. Here we go. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Can Jake get himself around Molly and put distance on? Here he goes. Molly got a little out of shape. Jake now DRS open. Goes to the outside. Should have that job done before turn 1. It looks like that is going to be the case. Coming into turn 1. Followed by turn 2. And then another turn 3. I think guys left the session. Unfortunate for the driver this evening. But Allow Your Face holding onto the lead. Paps does have DRS. Can he get himself closer? We have a guy moving quite off the track there. A couple guys running wide. That's Zambito. Ryan doing one heck of a job in that. Williams are going to pick up a load of points this evening. It could possibly be Paps P1, SF1 Molly P2, and APR Ryan P3 in this race. We'll see what the times look like when we pass. Keep an eye on the rest of these guys who are battling each other. Bill now, P8. Zambito. Let's take a look. Jake trying to put distance between himself and SF1 Molly. Molly holding on to the back of that Red Bull. Paps doing it, but this man, he is going to cross the line, but he's not going to win. Unfortunately for the McLaren driver, Allow Your Face crosses. Paps picks up the win in the Williams. Let's see where these guys finish when the times come in. Allow Your Face still sitting on the pole. Jake gets P4, Ryan P5, Cressy P6, Phil P7, Robbie P8, Zambito P9. Ross gets himself P8. Wow. What a race. ABR Ryan voted driver of the day. I would have to agree with that. He did one heck of a job in that Williams. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a rundown through the race results. Paps picks up the win with that Williams outperforming the car. Molly grabs podium and P2. Allow Your Face P3. Jake in P4. ABL Ryan P5. Cressy P6. Phil P7. Ross P8. Your Robbie P9. Dumbito P10. Elise P11. Robbo P12. Unfortunately, we lose out SF1 Stig, Canton, Hubdy, and Operator. I'm gonna get these guys in for a podium interview. Invite to party. My daughter has just woken up, if you guys see, so I'm gonna jump over here. Congratulations. Get it on to the podium. Okay. Let's see. We have connecting and connecting. See if you guys connect. There you guys are. I don't know if Paps is gonna jump in. But we're gonna get these interviews kicked off on the way. We're gonna start with P3, Allow Your Face, having the race win on track, but unfortunately, mate, falling down to P3, but still getting a podium in that McLaren for the first realistic tier. Give us a rundown of your race, because that was one heck of a race indeed.
It's not coming up with make party audio.
All right. Yeah, I use a capture card, so you won't see that.
Stream on the PC.
Yeah, stream through a PC, so you won't see it on mine, but it is picking up your voice. Can you hear me? Alright, for some reason it's not picking up my voice. Hold on. Boy.
Oh, wee wee. Crack the Google Translate out.